Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be discussing about split column in Power BI, so which is basically used to split your data into multiple columns. So in the last video, we used the same data in our last video as well to discuss about fill and replace transformation, right? So in case you missed watching that video, I will drop that video in the iCard. You can go and watch it. So in today's video, I will be showing you the split column transformations. So this is the split column that we will be discussing in today's video. So first, let us look at the first option, that is called split column by delimiter. So this option is used whenever you want to split store ID and the customer ID into two columns. So if you observe here, we have the store ID which is AZBN and the customer ID is the number. And if you want to separate the store ID and customer ID into two columns, then you can use this by delimiter option, split column by delimiter. So if I click on that, so this is the tab that will get open here. So here you can select any delimiter. So because if the delimiter option is not available, then you can also use the custom option and you can manually enter the delimiter. So in our case, we are having hyphen as our delimiter, right? So now click on OK. So once you click on OK, you can see the store ID has been separated and the customer ID has also been separated, right? So here you can see the changes that have been applied just now. We have splitted the column into, we have splitted one column into two columns. So you can also rename this column as store ID. And similarly, you can also rename this column as customer ID, right? So this is how you can use this split column by delimiter, right? Now, if you want to undo this changes that we have applied now, and simply click on this cross icon here, red cross icon here, right? So click on this so that all the changes will be removed. Now let us check the second option, that is called split column by number of characters. So if I click on this, you will get the new tab will open where if you want to split this column into multiple characters, then you can enter the number of characters that you want to split this column. For example, let's say I want to split this column into two characters. So I have entered the number as 2. Now if I click on OK, so here you can see every column has only two characters here, right? So the first column has two characters, the second column has two characters, hyphen and 4. Third column has two characters and so on, right? So that is the use of this option. If you want to split the number, if you want to split a particular column into multiple characters, then you can use this option called split column by number of characters, right? So let me undo these changes. Now let us look at the third option, that is called by positions. So if I click on this, so split column by positions is nothing but if you want to split columns into multiple columns. Let's say here I entered 0 and 2. If I click on OK, so here you can see the first column is starting from 0 to 2 and the second column is starting from 2 and so on, right? Let's say if I change the settings. So you can click on the gear icon to change the settings here. Now if I want to split the column into from 0 to 4, right? So instead of 0 to 2, I want to split the positions from 0 to 0 comma 4. Then click on OK. Now you can see the first column starts from 0 to 4 and the second column starts from 4 to and till the end of the number, right? So that is the difference here. That is the option that you can use to split the columns, right? So if you have predefined numbers and columns to set, then you can use this option called by position, split column by positions, right? So let us remove this change as well. Yeah. Now let us look at the next option, that is called by lowercase to uppercase. For this, we need to select this customer column here, right? So in our case, we don't have our starting letter is starting with uppercase, right? So we don't have lowercase as our starting alphabet. So we will look at this by uppercase to lowercase, right? So if I click on this by uppercase to lowercase, let us see what happens here. So wherever there is uppercase letter, Power Query is splitting that into a separate column, right? The starting of the word of the name has uppercase letter, right? So Power Query has separated into a new column. And similarly, here you can see wherever after the lowercase ends and whenever the uppercase starts, again the column has been splitted, right? So that is the use of this uppercase to lowercase. Whenever you want to split columns from uppercase to lowercase, you can use this option, right? And similarly, if you have lowercase in the starting, then you can use this lowercase to uppercase option, right? Now again, let's go back to our first column. And now the next option is by digit to non-digit. And so here you can see, since we are having non-digit as our first value and the second is digit, so we will be using this option, right? Because the first value is non-digit and the second is digit, right? So in case you have numbers in the starting and alphabets in the end, then you can use this by digit to non-digit, right? So in our case, we will be using this non-digit to digit. So I'm clicking on this, and here you can see whenever I clicked on this non-digit to digit, what Power Query has done, it has separated my non-digits into one column and digits into another column, right? So this is the use of this option here from by non-digit splitting column by non-digit to digit. So again, this is also vice versa. If you have numbers in your numbers, if you have digits in the first column and alphabets in the last, then you can use this digit to non-digit, right? So these are the few split column options that are available in Power Query Editor. So right, so all these are very helpful whenever you want to split your columns in Power BI, right? So I hope this video was useful and informative. So please like and subscribe to my channel so that I can make much more interesting videos in Power BI. Thank you.